What the Jock is up, everybody? Gender here, back at it with eight of the 26 progressions. It is what, 4 minutes until maintenance starts. Finally, have everything in order to actually record the video. So let's get stuck into it as we will watch this game go down together. um, First up, we'll this up, go over our slow but steady progress getting Star Force, which, based on the Maple Story Now showcase, don't even need this anymore. We'll just have it automatically with auto cubing. And also, the Breath of Artisans didn't go up. I only for last week, so minus 1 week. But did get a hefty sum. Alright, so what I'll do. Go over the weekly objective. This is kind of, I laid everything out. The idea of what needs to be done. Proper tickets, all we use to over the bossing. Hit up the Wild Hunter, the Kana to 70. I didn't end up soloing, I'd say. I did end up managing to, but it took about 3 attempts, and the final attempt, very happy with that. But I do need to, that's there. Okay, so all the weeklies I do. Okay, up and this. And got a little cheeky little preview next week. Let's change. So first up, chrono spending at about 44 bill. I used 40. Spent it all on cubes and some minor stuff. It up. And then as for Wonder World, I had 20. Yes. That surprise cube sale did me in. Alright, now for the characters. Now, the CP last week was 100. We lost event stat. So we're down 3 mil CP by losing. People are down way more than because the Ren and the shoulder, however, did not gave me a lot of trouble, and I had to settle. I ran out of money. I just had to settle for 23%. But pretty much everything went up, basically one division. Yes, the ring went to 30%. The ET went to 30%. Everything that was like 20 went to some variation of like a higher, like D3 line like 24%. Yeah, the Kana the Ren I did put it here. Did manage to spend another 4 bill to upgrade symbols, so I got about 4k stat between symbols. And yes, right about. And the Hexa progressed by 0.7%. EP when nearing 18 or 18 on both the main skill. And I had an interesting thing that I was thinking about we might get, because with the balance patch but AMS got a Hexa reset. It got me thinking. Hexa reset doesn't resets everything. What if I just boost up and get Genesis? Just get Genesis. I was thinking about it. It's like, it's 33% more EXP, 2-minute balls, and they're strong. Oh, I don't really need 2-minute Janus. Like, Ren's summon is only about 6 seconds anyway, so having to replace that, like, plant that twice, I'm moving anyway. And do I really want more EXP? Like, sure, it would get me to Color Heart faster, but I still gotta farm. I should have frags anyway. It's difficult to the cost benefit analysis of it all is good. But look, we'll cross that if we actually get it. And we'll see what happens. Alright, so moving on to Chronos, the Adele went from here's a biggest showcase of how much stat you actually about 20 mil gone from event stats, but the Yeah, actually went up. It's finished Hexa stat 1. Managed to level up this thing by a point. And most of all, I'm now wearing the Berserk. Managed to get this to 3-lined, real 3-lined actually, which is quite nice, thanks to a double prime. But it actually gives me range over the 20 tattoo that I had. So we are on up. And also, I did it for the Ren. I did. The Ren's Star Force goals, there's a Star Force coming up on April 12th, is to have Arcanes. These two are still 19s, and the Slime Ring, not even here. I'm sorry. And again, I not even mention this at all. Distracted completely, but I did high roll something from Mystic Frontier, but it was a black art, which is good. I can now equip that to gain a cheeky set. Maybe force it if I get weak. Then hopefully be able to still like Challenger World's not end. This is the last month Challenger World is going to be the thing. Game has guess what will happen. But yeah. I was gonna show you the Hayato gains, but well, what it is. Oh, curious. Oh, we have a black screen now. Okay. Let's just instead did the void on this. We'll move on. But yes, it's now there is now a deadline. I'm either going to be transferring the Ren on April 12th. We have more money to play with, or on April 22nd. Have appreciate we can get from the event shop. Yeah. Now we go to the so the Adele now can make a pretty significant increase by going on the Dom. One of the forces are suffering. Let's place this thing. This will up here. Same with the tattoo. And I am actually accruing quite a bit of this. The idea is that I will probably 23 star Dom, transfer to a superior pennant, and then 23 star the superior pennant, and they get a 22 cost. I never think it's also the suffering. Even though I have two of them, then this is the thing. I have two of them on the Adele. So it could just be like a long term project. I don't know. It's weird. And then I do want to get a slime ring to 22 star, and then I can't go Twilight Mark, but I can go slime ring, replace one of the 22 star. Yeah. I could either have a 22 star reinforced. I could, if I wanted to, transfer this to a superior ring and then transfer that into slime ring. A 20 star slime ring out of the gate. It was a little wasteful. It is -1 as well. I don't know. It's the gains are going to be. It all depends if I can actually get a daybreak. I'm not even using daybreak. Is it even? Most likely, I'll just stay with get it. The slime ring is comparatively. We'll see what happens. We also have to get the arcane. At least 20. We got 2 spares of each. We will only see what happens. Yeah, the Adele's slightly up. We'll be curious to see how it goes with the quality of life, as I do. At the very least, do the Black Mage. I think they should eat Ashley. Crazy. Very looking forward. Alright, moving on to the Blaster. Blaster last week was 140 mil CP down to. It lost 10 mil CP, but it did make a slight gain. It now has a swimmer monocle. This is the transposed, the legacy transposed one, and it was better than the 17th that I had. Insane fun. So this thing will 100% going to 22 star next April. Okay, will be the first thing I tap. I have like 2k coin, a crazy amount of spare, and this will be a significant increase. And then slowly working on. I have cubes. we'll get into that. I have also need to get a slime ring to 22 star to replace this one here. And again, the blast is also in an interesting predicament because I may hold off until an ET drops. ET should eventually, surely. Never jinxing myself, but it should drop. And when it does, the 17 rank can just something. And this is the reinforcement. I might just do what I was doing on my like with the slime, transfer to superior, then transfer to slime. Have a 20-star slime. Up at once, pray for the best, and just keep slime. I did that before, back when I played in 2023 on the Adele, and the slime ring just boomed at 20. Did not last one. But the only issue is that like this gains at decent, or just that effect is basically we're rocking 222 star superior dependence and 22-star mono. No real reason to transition highlight mark just yet. And as for Liberation, we are still on pace to this 26th of March Liberation date. Not long now. There is a timeline where I could lib this week if the Blaster Consoler would do it. Easier said than done. I don't think I want to burden myself with task when I have other things. Okay, and I do have a surplus of bright lubes cubes ready to go. Looking forward to that, and hopefully getting something worth keeping. Be better than this 320. Has served me well. Right, apart from that, I do want to try, as always, boost it up 75, which hopefully should be sooner rather than later if all goes well. Get a 400 sack so it can has bonus damage against a normal Kalos. I think that's it. I think it's Z. And then finally, like the only other upgrades this thing can get is Arcane's pushed above 18, and then obviously changing what gear I can. Right, now for the Hayato. The Hayato saw some. Last week we were. Look at this. 100 mil CP. We gained 1 mil CP losing it. That's how good the cubes were for Hayato. And why I wanted to showcase the Hayato, but the game went down. So, let's just look at the stat. Last week, we were at 43.4k stat. Damage range, 40 mil. And now, gain 7 mil range on my 5k stat. 5k stat. Insane. And symbols did not change. Well, so basically, everything that was two-lined is now three-lined, more or less. The only thing that I think isn't is the top, and hey, that's okay. ET went 33, which is really good. You know, it's like out of all of it. But yeah, the Hayato's on the up. It's like this strong with this emblem. I probably will keep this. And collection of pendants is growing quite nicely. Will be the only thing I'll be focused on. Yeah, the Hayato is on the up. Guess who else is on the up? And it's right there. I can't even. I'm surprised. It's just this kind of is farming pitchy. We have a ET on drop. Fantastic. It dropped an ET, and because of that, the range on this thing didn't really go down. 71 mil last week, now it's 72. Sorry, 72 last week, now it's 71. It didn't really gain much in that because I cubed this thing before sale was announced. The only thing I did cube was ups. Apart from that, everything. Hey, I don't think I touched much. Mainly the pendants need to be. I think the two would be annoying to try and go off. Calling that again. Oh, it is. Yes, Kana is doing quite well. I think the biggest lead was we hit 270. We were 270, 65 last week, making gains per day. And yeah, we managed to use these two bad boys just in time. Hit big O. And managed, now we can start doing Rudium dailies. Yippee. More dailies. So this was a pretty good benchmark. Now it gets max damage on Dark now. This thing is a crazy strong D10 mil. And as for its progression filtration, target hasn't stayed has remained the same. How much it increases if I Black Mage on this? Easily strong enough to join some group. Probably can solo if I have the hands for it and the time. It'll be like a 45. I know it'll be possible to get this thing to maybe 275, so it loses. But again, I'm in no rush. This thing will be libbed in 2 months anyway, so I just gotta start doing these trace missions and it'll be done. As for the upgrade path, it still needs to finish off its Absos. I am curious how strong this thing can get, because I am taking a gamble, because arcanes do drop pretty frequently. And the reason I'm doing this is because things. Kana is strong. Well, 3 things. 1, Kana is strong. 2, I am curious if Kana is strong enough to be a Legion champ with 21-star Absos. And 3, my acquisition, Arcane, isn't overflowing yet. I am overflowing with Abso boxes. But as for Arcanes, I am still working on gearing the Adele 21-star, 20-star Arcane. And the Hayato will get it. And then the Blaster will get it. And if the Ren still needs it, the Ren will get it. There's a line. And since this is a 5th Legion champion, it's fine, because it doesn't need the end game just yet. Because we don't even have Legion champion. Big work in progress. And it's obviously needs some work, and then the Twilight is 8. That's about it, really. Take it all core secondaries. When he's spare, like the C10 meals will probably get priority first. Once all my C10 meals have one, then the card will get all the space. Alrighty, moving on to the we're nearly done. We're down to the mules now. We're in training. So, out of the gate, biggest thing that happened to the Shade is that it's also done with the first area of Grandis. Originally I was only going to this level 5, but I've been doing it for so long that I was only level 8, so now I'm going to leave it at level 8 and never touch it again. Once it unlocks Hotel Rhodium, I'll get those to level 5, and then that'll be it for dailies. Now this thing, I just included. I'm not sure if I even touched it. Oh, that's right. I didn't include it here, but did manage to get 180 drop. And to try and supplement air. Yes. Needed a bit more stuff from Golix. Even more from Renmari. Even though Renmari doesn't really matter, it just does that. Yes, the Shade's in a pretty decent spot now. Especially with Bulk. The majority of its daily is now done. Come on. Well, let that. I did do it for the Dawn Warrior, however. There we go. You know what? I'm going to take this and place it here. Boom. Otherwise. Alright. Yes, the Dawn Warrior is also Maxed Arcane Force, which is fantastic. And now makes room for some more projects for the next patch, which is just great. CP obviously down 20.7 last week, down to 9.8. And the Shade still hit. But I did have a lot of main gear turned into look, these things aren't in CP range yet, but they will be on the up April 12th. I'm not sure how crazy I want to go with them. I think if I lock in, I'll have about 200 bill. So if I just do the Dawn Warrior and Shade, they'll probably be at an decent level to full any. But I am not sure if I like want to do like all of these. I also want to do a bit on the blaster, bit on the Hayato, bit on the Kana, bit on the Adele, bit on the Ren. Look, this is the issue of stretching yourself out too. But I do love it. Always going to be more events, answers, upgrades. And finally, out of all of the current characters being worked on, the Lin is slowly progging down up some CP. Oh yeah, that's right. The finally, yes, finally got. Look, this Lin has been active. Oh, this June, sorry, January, the last week of January, and see how infrequent it's gotten. Abso. My Abso luck in uh, Challenger World, terrible. First one was in March, and we finally got a glove. And I'm still waiting for more boxes so I can give it a cape and a shoe. So it will eventually be 4 set Abso. It's already got 2 arcane weapons. I think I have a third in box. That's just going to expire. But no, the Lin is very strong for what it is. Should be maxed with the first 2 areas after next week, and then I think it's the first week of April, maybe a bit longer due to event stats leaving us till it's everything else is maxed. But yeah, it's by the time this is transferred to first, it's in a great spot. Growing pairs through dailies, and then it'll just need like a cheeky 70 100 build Force event to Nemio, just like that. Obviously, there is more to do. Starts doing Satani as we get Pitchies, Twilights, Daybreaks, and Thoughts, but it will be strong very soon. I do realize that there is secondary healing. That's a task for when it's on. And end us off. We have 2 more things. Have the Wild Hunter. Last week was at a 1 and just had unlocked. Now we're sitting at a more respectable 4.5 mil. More nodes invested into the character. Look, all my nodes. Now my Ren has all of them. Can't max everything out, but it will gain some nodes from Hyperburn, which would be nice. And this thing should at a high level next week, much higher than what it is now. And then I took some money during sale to just to give it some extra oomph that it needs to be able to do some stuff. It cannot do, even though my Lin could do it. Lin did have max nodes, but the Wild Hunter with these nodes, not good. But it got me a chance to like see how the class played, so I'll understand fully how the remaster has updated the class. But yeah, Hyper Burning Coupon will take this thing to 60 pretty quickly. Not sure how quickly, since of a new project that could be a what if. But for an arcane weapon on it, got the legendary, 2-lined it, recube the emblem to 21 attack, everything else like 21%. And then most of these legendary feats, accessories. The dailies waiting room. Yeah, the Wild Hunter should at least Illumian next week. And then I don't have it here, so we'll just use next week's objective. Sign off. So, nothing much planned for the week just yet. Weeklies. And then everything's going to change or be decided based on how the game goes live. So, I think game is up around 7 a.m. my time. If there's no maintenance, you'll know what happens. But I do want to buy the strawberry tickets for the reset because it will reset. And to do that, I will need to scale 2k mob. Pretty easy. And I think it's ID based. I don't think I need to do this in both worlds, which is good for my mental. And I think Punch King though is I'm not sure about Punch. It is similar to the boss event to get where you just kill a boss, get a bunch of coins, but this time you're just killing one boss. And like a dummy. It's okay. This is which one is it? Punch. This one. We get sent into it's punching. It's a big dummy. We go into there for 2 minutes, we beat it up, we get a bunch of coins. And I think there's way better way to get advanced coins as well because I can't with my skill level can't kill e-carling, but I think I can get over 5k per brand. Even in the Adele, I think I can just bully this thing, giving me advanced coins. And but this shop doesn't really matter because I just need to do the boss. Or the one thing I do I get from the EXP coupon because in these shops, uh, the patch that's out. So this one here, we get 7 3x coupons a week. I can buy that out. Reset, fantastic. They will last until the end of the actual week before. I don't know why, but that's when it ends. And then so that's the coin. That's that shop, and then the hero coin offers the same 7. That's 14. I think it's um maybe per world, no per ID. If I buy it in one server, I'll buy it on both. I'm not sure which ones I'll buy it in. I'll decide. We get VIPs back, which is great. That's the idea. Wake up, do Punch Gang, farm 2k mobs, buy the strawberry tickets so I can have 5 now, and then if it hits, get 5 tomorrow. Buy out the weekly EXP coupons. So I think it's 14 hours. And then, of course, I need to see if this lasts the whole time. As it stands now, uh, this means no, but the Wild Hunter burning. So maybe I completely doubt it. This is just pure copium. And on the most likely chance that it is not, I will be starting project creating a demon slayer. And this decision because of this could be anything. Like this is more down to the class that I kind of want to play. Not as much as say hero, but it's more about capitalizing on right here. 30-day vac pet. If I can transfer that between my blaster, the wild hunter, and the demon slayer, I can triple dip, I'll triple dip. Yes, that is interesting to see how it goes. But yes, moving on to notes. Need to practice Hard Saren. Actually solo it. Need to also learn spelling. I need to solo that as well. Again, it's all about just bossing meals. 14 of these things, and more will be added. So I think it may be time to either firing some or something. The weeklies, God bless, I do not either add the new epic damage in just yet. That comes out on April 2nd. I'm also going to do Culvert because I'm firing Guild and back on the Wild Hunter. You want to get the higher Totumo levels, which shouldn't be too difficult. Just through Monster Park Extreme, get it at 275. I'm not sure if I want to utilize it any further or just get the gun at 275. The focus may just be on but yeah, lots to do, lots of fun to be had. That's about it. As always, thank you all for watching if you made it this way, and